he is a man of his word. And he is, and I've got to tell you, and I told his mom, I just have to brag on him because what other son could, she has only child, by the way. I said, what other son could you have that would do something in the Commonwealth of Virginia that nobody's ever done? Nobody has ever gotten $7 million from a county in the Commonwealth of Virginia to buy a piece of land. Nobody. In the history of the Commonwealth. And so I can't say enough about him. I can't say what he's done. That's just one thing. And then I have my heart there, and that's all I can talk about because it's all I think about is crow's nest. In about 30 days, we're going to close on the rest of it. 30 days. And so anyway, I want to introduce this guy who I had doubts about, but let me tell you, I ain't got no doubt about him now. Paul Milday.
Thank you. I'm going to let Susan Stimpson say a few words real quickly. Susan's running for the Falmouth seat of the Board of Supervisors to fill the seat that will be vacated by George Swartz. And it's a tough race. Looks like we might have an independent. We definitely have a Democrat. And party politics aside here, there's a lot of people from different parties, but that is the dynamics there, and this is exactly who I'm pulling for. But let me let her say a few words. I know she's going to talk about me, and then I'll take it back.
Well, it's nice to be here tonight, and I just wanted to say what a pleasure it's been to work with Paul the last couple of years. I know all of you, as friends of his, know how very intensely and passionately he feels about the things that are important to him. One of those is Crow's Nest, another is constituents. He cares very much about every person that calls him and has a problem, and I've watched him over the last 2 years just be very dedicated to his constituents, but also to the people of Stafford County. He wants what is best for Stafford, and he's willing to fight for things like Crow's Nest. We're in very difficult financial times right now, especially here in Stafford County. We want to make sure that we're encouraging businesses to come here to Stafford, and Paul's been leading the fight on the business tax, BPOL, the fight against that. And we need someone like Paul Milday on the Board of Supervisors.
Thanks, everyone. It means a lot to me. I wanted this not to be a stuffy political event, and so I made sure I invited my friends first, and my neighbors are here, and I invited my mom. My mom doesn't get involved in politics, and my stepfather, and my ex-wife, and my daughter Bailey, and my ex-wife's husband, and my cousin, a great core group that supports me and loves me. I have a lot of thank yous I've got to give real quickly, because it's Jimmy and Berkeley, you guys are amazing. Great, the food is wonderful, the accommodations, look at this. It's pouring down rain, and we still have a couple hundred people here. This is the biggest crowd I've ever drawn, and it's practically a thunderstorm out here. I need to thank Eric Kerr, the chairman of the Republican Party, for helping me here. I want to mention, of course, Mayor Tom Tomczak is here, and Mark Dutenheffer, who is also running a race in Garrisonville, and who I need on the board. He needs to win in November. Matt Kelly, councilman down in Fredericksburg, who I work with often. And I'm especially honored to have Corey Stewart here, Chairman Corey Stewart from the Prince William County Board of Supervisors. I've got Chief Trish Harmon from the Quiet Harbor Police Force may still be here. Ozzy Ramos, a good friend of mine who's running an organization called Home that tries to find a peer group for kids with HIV and AIDS on the East Coast. It's a great organization. So keep your ears open for Ozzy Ramos and Home. Skip and Cindy Causey, who gave us wine for tonight. And wine's always good, right? I know my neighbors like wine. John Frischkinet, who's doing the DJing for us, also gratis. Thank you, John. Grab a card. Xavier Richardson from the hospital. One of the great things that's happened to me in 4 years is the hospital. We love the hospital. These thank yous, I know are never ending, but Mike Zello, Reverend Mike Zello, who heads Teen Challenge in Stafford County, an organization has had to fight to put 18 beds for recovering addicts ages 18 to 25 in a rural setting, and they did, and I'm very proud to have a warrior like Mike here. Doug Flanagan, who runs my business, why I ignore it, this job. I love this job, and I don't do anything anymore for Closet Interiors. People always ask me, what happened to your job? Well, Doug Flanagan is what happened to my job. Thank you, Doug, and Mary, and your kids. I ran for supervisor because I wanted to save the crow's nest, because I thought that Stafford County was heading in the wrong direction. I saw that spending was up 66% in 4 years. With a population growth of only 20%. I saw our business-friendly climate slipping away, and unfortunately, all the business people here know that our business-friendly climate is slipping away. Our board is, I'm in the minority now. In the last couple of years, my board has taken some draconian measures, raising taxes on businesses, saying things like, that where else are the businesses going to go? They have to pay the taxes. Almost a flippant disregard to business in Stafford County, everything from permitting to land use decisions to taxes. They went as far as to drop out of the Chamber of Commerce just because the Chamber of Commerce had the gall to stand behind the businesses and say, how dare you take a position on anti-tax position. And so my board dropped out of the Chamber of Commerce. So if you put me back on the board, and I know that you all want to see me back on the board, I'll be one of hopefully 4 votes to eliminate B-Poll, because I believe B-Poll costs us more than business. We just lowered the airplane tax, the aircraft tax, from $3 to .001, effectively nothing. And people said, well, how are you going to get these? You're going to give these rich airplane owners a tax break. Well, if you're rich enough to own an airplane, you were smart enough not to keep it in Stafford County. Almost nobody had their airplanes in Stafford County. Well, we lowered it, and immediately people started calling, renting hangars, bringing their planes back to Stafford County, buying fuel, and that's the same principle that'll work to reduce the boat tax in Stafford County. We spend too much money. Government spends too much money. I'm that kind of an old-fashioned Republican that doesn't think that government should grow so quickly. I don't want a big government. I want small government. The Crow's Nest is nearly finished. There's another 700 acres called Crow's Nest Harbor that I'll be working on getting to finish that off, to make it about a 3,500 acre preserve instead of a 2,900 acre preserve. I also need to thank some of my big contributors, by the way, so thank you all for making this possible. Campaigns are expensive. Last time I spent my own money, I spent $90,000, and I was happy to do it, 92. This time I'm not doing that. I'm asking people to support me after they've seen my work. So you know me. This is what you get. If you like me, vote for me. I like to fight. I'm looking forward to the race. If somebody thinks they can take this from me, I welcome the challenge. Thank you for everything. I really am overwhelmed by the support and love. John, you want to say anything? He's good. All right. Perfect competition. Thank you.